Oh my god. Oh yeah. Oh yes. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. What am I doing? Oh. Oh, fuck yeah. Hell yeah, brother. I ain't got no words. Ain't no words. Just smiles. Babe, how long I've been waiting on them axles?
Months.
How many months? Too many. Too many. I can't tell y'all how many times I said I'm waiting on axle. They're here. They are here. This weekend, we are going to install the Ford 9-inch rear end. I had the stuff in the back of my garage in scoots. Let's just open it. Let's just take another little pull here and let's open it. Cheers, fellas. Oh, look at this. Already gonna get to use our cart. Look at that. I need to set you guys down somewhere. Don't be offended. Don't be offended. I've been waiting months. Oh, there we go. There we go. Got 'em up. Got some sort of spacers. We got nuts. Some sort of sleeve, threaded sleeve. I really don't know. And studs that, well, I better measure these. They better be 5/8, boy. Got our studs here. I'm gonna measure them real quick, make sure they're 5/8. They look like 5/8, so 5/8. Well, 5 thou under 5/8, but yeah, we ain't gonna sit here and complain. That's better than 1/2 inch by a long shot. All right, guys. This weekend, which is starting tomorrow for me after work, starting in 30 seconds for you guys, we are going to, we're going to have better audio because I invested a couple pennies in a new microphone for recording. So you guys will get better audio. You won't hear all those freaking birds out there that are always squawking, driving me nuts. Don't like them. But yeah, you won't get to see us start throwing together the whole rear end, the rear shocks, the anti-roll bar, doing some fab work, welding, and putting them fat daddies on the back of the car. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Shoo-wee! All right. Hopefully y'all can hear me a little bit better now. Maybe a little bit better audio quality. Don't know. Hopefully so. But yeah, we tore all that out of there. Ain't nothing to it. Quick and easy, you know. I'm gonna rest up for the rest of the night, and tomorrow we are gonna hit it hard. Why do I have to hit it so hard, you know? Oh, I should choose better words. All right, well, you know, let me just explain, all right? We got a lot to get done. Tomorrow morning when I wake up, which is in about like 15 seconds for y'all, what's gonna happen is, actually, I lied, a minute and a half for y'all, because I gotta do something after I explain this. But tomorrow morning when I wake up, I'm gonna lay everything out and explain how it all works, where it all goes, and what it all does, and then we're gonna do it. Now, I need to do something first, real quick. I need to shout out to my boy Shung Lee for constantly commenting. Dude, thank you. I appreciate it. The House of Horsepower and Autobo 4506. Dude, loving the comments. Keep them coming, dude. Really appreciate it. And my boy Nick and his son Nick Jr. But anyways, tomorrow morning, we are going to dive in deep. And when I say deep, we're going balls deep, boys. Balls deep. Ripping and tearing. And I just want to say, I built that motor. I have all faith in it, but you got to understand how some of these motors work, all right? That motor I built, it might last 10 minutes on the strip, like 10 minutes of hits, might last 30 seconds. It might last a whole year. That's just the game you play when you rebuild these, the cheap way. Now, if I went all out and spent probably like $4 or $5 grand, it would guaranteed last 1 to 3 years. We'll eventually get to that road when we cross it, but I have faith in my work, so I think we'll be all right. All right, guys. I hope this audio is, and I will see you guys in the morning. Good morning. We're going to turn the new audio on. We'll do that right now. All right. So it's the morning. I'm just now waking up. First thing I'm going to do is dig out that rear end and clean it out real good, because I know for a fact there's some metal shavings in that unit, because I had it right next to my welding table where I do a lot of grinding and stuff, so got to get all that crap out. After that, we'll assemble everything so the rear end is assembled. Then we'll start laying stuff out in sequence of how I want to put it in there. And yeah, let's get to it. Alright guys, this is how I clean stuff for the low. Yeah, I got my little Ryobi there. And that's all I need. So I'm gonna spray her down. And then I'm gonna take my little $20 Amazon blower and blow it all out. That looks good enough for me. Beautiful. Let me give you all an up close look here. Looking much better. These are the rear axles. They go into the rear end and into the center chunk. This is a Ford 9-inch rear end. It's been custom fabricated by Trick Chassis to give me drag racing options for changing up the rear suspension. So they welded on these brackets and whatnot, those mounting points for coilover shocks, stuff like that. These ends for, I want to retain the brakes off of that so that I could slap those on there and, you know, save money and, you know, get going quicker. But anyways, those are the end cap. Those brackets on the top and bottom, those are going to mount to the torque arm, which is also by Trick Chassis. These rear coilover shocks are dual adjustable from Viking. Those are the mounting plates for the rear coilovers. That's the cross member. This is the anti-roll bar. It does exactly what it says when the car launches, keeps it from doing this number. Anti-roll. The center chunk over here, this is a Butte, but these things are real beefy. I went with a 370 gear ratio, and we got the spool in there. Ooh, got me up the rear. just got back from my boy Chris's. Used his press on the bearings. And I used one of my favorite kits. I use it for transmission bearings and seals and stuff. It's got like every size. So you put the back on, then you put the inside on so it holds it center. Love that kit. And I just pressed in the inner seals on both sides of the axle. Oh yeah, hey, by the way, I have the coilovers on, torque arm on, not tight yet. Put the rear end up in here. Put the anti-roll bar on, but I think I got it facing the wrong direction. It wouldn't go the other direction because the mount for the torque arm, that big joint right there. So probably gonna have to do a little bit of shaving to clearance it because I'm pretty sure that anti-roll bar is supposed to have the bars going up to the metal bulkhead on the other side, on that side. So, all right guys, almost moment of truth here. I'm gonna take these backing plates back off, put the axles in, put them back on, and put the tires on. One bad thing though, I forgot to order lower control arms, and the stock ones are not gonna work with this setup. So they like connect up there to any one of them million holes. So yeah, I don't know how this son of a gun's gonna want to sit up in here, but we is gonna find out either way, because I ain't waiting. All right, let me give y'all a rear view real quick. Gangster. All right, give me a second. I'll be right back. Well, you win some and you lose some. So, yeah, GM axles slide in and out because the seat clip eliminators. These Ford 9-inch axles, when you press the bearings on, you got to have the plate on before you press them on because it's Ford and GM stuff meshing together. So this plate here is supposed to go on, and then you press your bearings on. Sick. So I'm gonna have to press these off and press them back on. Tell you one thing, it ain't happening tonight. All right, we don't give up easy. So yeah, we're going back. We'll slide them off. We'll slide them back on. Ain't nothing but a thing. All right, we worked some magic. They're on there. Another thing good to note, and I could be wrong, I'm about to find out. The passenger side axle on the Ford 9-inch is longer than the driver's side, and there's a right and left side plate. So I matched them up to that. Hopefully that is the case. I'm gonna take this long axle and pick up where we left off. Give me like a couple minutes, and let me just see if I can hammer this out real quick. All right, guys, we went pretty hard yesterday for a Friday. We got it all pretty much done. Carpal tunnel is setting in for real. So today, we're just gonna take it easy. I'm just kidding. Yeah, don't be a pussy. We got the rear end up in there. That was a lot of fun. You know, laying on the ground and whatnot. Found out the axles are 2 different lengths, so that was cool. I don't have lower control arms for this yet, so I'm just gonna cut some angle iron and drill holes in it for temporary, just so I can move it out of my driveway. And yeah, we're gonna make some ghetto temporary lower control arms. I know, I'm not proud either. Gotta do what you gotta do. Okay guys, I think we get these lower control arms made. Once they're made, and we can set her down. Once we set her down, I think today's a good day to work on some tuning. See if we can get her to give us a nice clean idle for, you know, a good 5 minutes or so. That's not how I want to break in this engine, idling. It doesn't really seat the rings too well when you just kind of idle. It's a lot better if you beat the absolute out of it. That is the best way to break in an engine. You just beat the piss out of it. Seals up those rings real good, boy. All right, guys, let's do stuff. Oh, listen to this shit box. Alright guys, let's take a look at these ghetto lower control arms. Oh yeah, we got ghetto lower control arms. Like I said, this is going to be temporary. It's just to get it out of the driveway. But let's take a look at everything so far. Alright, so just gave this cross member the spray down. Got it all bolted up to the torque arm here. Drive shaft loop. Nice, nice. And the drive shaft looks like it's going to hit, but it will not hit. I've already spun the tire. It's kind of hard to do with. Alright, everything is loose because I don't know how I want to set it up. So, but it's looking good. I gotta flip around this anti-roll bar and then possibly weld and fab the anti-roll bar stuff to this side. I'm probably not going to do that yet because I want to set this down and see how the tire's sitting there and make sure everything's where I want it and how I want it. So I'll probably wait until I get the actual lower control arms on to start welding things permanently. All right, let's drop her down and take a look, and then if everything's good and she can roll around, then we'll do some tuning. Ain't like we're going nowhere, but yeah. It's a lot of work. Looking good though. Looking real good. We might set the rear ride height too on the shocks. If it's bottoming out and whatnot, we'll just go ahead and crank those to where we get a little bit of space off that tire. All right, let's pick it up, pull these jack stands, and take a look at it. Oh, let's take a peek. What do y'all think? Damn. I think she looks sexy. Old girl got an ass on her. Whew. That oil pan's probably touching the ground now. Should probably check that. We got an inch or two. Yeah. The phone is laying flat on the ground, by the way. Yeah, we're good there. Alright, guys. I'm going to do some tuning and see if I can get her to do some good running. Alright. So, I added 27% fuel for E85. That could be why this thing was not actually idling once it went to closed loop. So, I got it logging. We're going to try that now. Alright, let's take a look at the log and see what they find. Alright guys, your boy figured it out. And I'm just modifying the tune a little bit, but turned up that fuel pressure a little bit.